Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Heart Gold, the Legendary Captures Edition. In this episode, we are going after the legendary electric bird, Zapdos. Now, we're starting out here in Cerulean City today because we have to go to the power plant, and since we can't actually fly to the power plant, this is the closest way to get there. Now, I'd like to say that there are clouds looming overhead and it's making it dark, but really I'm just recording this at night. That would be cool though, if weather effects came when Zapdos was nearby. That's something that I've noticed they haven't really fixed in games with Pokemon, is weather effects. You'll have weather assigned to a certain area, but every time you go to that area, like outside of Union Cave, it'll be having that weather effect. So if you set it to rain, it'll always be raining. And if you set it to sun, it'll always be sunny. So you get places that are always rainy and places that are always sunny. The one exception I guess I could say is Lake of Rage, but that place is only nice on Wednesdays when the lake kind of dies down, the rain stops, and you can travel out into the forest. But we're not talking about the Lake of Rage today. Today we're doing the Zapdos Legendary Capture. So here he is in front of the power plant. Make sure you guys save if you want to get a good nature, and let's go. Now I mentioned this in my last battle video with Articuno, and I said soft reset if you want the good natures. And what I mean is for EV training, which you guys will hear more about in other videos. But if you EV train your Pokemon, you want them to have the correct nature, and here's how you do it. Because I know in Pokemon Platinum, if you have a legendary bird running around in your game, and you find it as a certain nature, I don't believe you can soft reset to get a different nature. In this game you can. So, if you ever want to have one of them on your team, here's how you do it. So, starting off, I had Haze come out and use some hypnotizing powers, and then I got my Luna on the job here. Again, it'll be mostly Umbreon and Gengar taking on these legendary Pokemon. They make for a good tag team. And this thing's already awake again, and it's using its charge moves. It's charging its electric! Or it's charging its thunder, which is weird because thunder would just be noise. Nobody's actually ever challenged that paradigm with Nintendo. It should be lightning bolt, not thunderbolt, but who cares? It's game logic. So I think we can still whittle this guy down more. That's the good thing about my Umbreon, is since I used him for this whole walkthrough in general, not just the legendary captures portion of it, he has moves like Cut, which were learned early in the game, like in Helix Forest, when I needed him most. I guess you guys didn't see that part because that was when I had my Bellsprout. But I think that Umbreon's done enough. I don't want to take any more chances with using Cut, and I'm just going to try and put this Zapdos to sleep right now. Again, if I had False Swipe on one of my Pokemon, I could get it down to 1 HP, but I find that this is sufficient enough. And hopefully he won't give us as much trouble as Articuno. Freaking 18 minutes of video. Could you believe that, guys? 18 minutes to capture one Pokemon. Ridiculous. Alright, he's off to a annoying start here, but he's still asleep. So we're in the good. Now, I just want to mention something, guys. I did one more take. I did another take of this, in which I had my Purple Haze here just unload Thunderbolt directly into him and not hypnotize him, and then switch to Umbreon to do damage. And he completely wrecked that Zapdos. My Gengar is much too strong for this Zapdos because even though it is an electric type Pokemon, you must keep in mind it's electric and flying. So it just gets normal damage from Thunderbolt, and with the level difference, it is significant. Yeah, you're faster, big deal. You haven't really inflicted any damage. It's why I think sometimes the enemy AI in Pokemon games is just a little off kilter. Or it should be advanced for advanced level players. Because at this point, you've beaten the league once or twice. You've beaten Red, maybe. And what do you know? We caught Zapdos, so put that on the list of things we've done. And more reasons for Nintendo to give us better enemy AI. So that's awesome. Zapdos was loaded up to the Pokedex data. And Dexter has to say, this legendary bird Pokemon causes savage thunderstorms by flapping its glittering wings. It was the Glitter Freeze. So let's take a look at it. It's lonely-natured. Its moves are Ancient Power, Agility, Charge, and Discharge. And the nature is whatever nature you guys set it to. So in the next video, we'll be catching Moltres.